Alright, so this is on the fly video. You'll see this tomorrow. Today's the 29th, so you'll see this on the 30th, leading into Halloween. This is the best time for me to see big bucks cruising and doing their business. We're going to be going into that rut here real quick, and that falls into gun season, and that's going to put another bit of pressure on me to seal the deal. So I always have that in the back of my mind, because that can really scatter deer, or deer just go away. So that's why I've been really selective. This is it, man. This is where I'm gonna, in this quadrant from tomorrow to about right before gun season opens up, right in this quadrant, in this particular spot. Right now, remember, last year's buck came from a bean field way out in the middle of nowhere, and that was November 1st. Now, I've also shot deer in late November, and I've also shot deer in what I call the second rut in December, because that doe was hot. I smelt her before she came over the hill, and I shot not the big guy. So again, this is my best quadrant. This is where I've really discovered big deer and tracked them over the years. I tracked the big guy. He showed up on camera for about 6 years, 5.5 years, and then he kind of dissipated. But again, we had a big bout with EHD, but my suspicion is he was taken by another hunter. But we'll just have to see what shows up at this point. These smaller deer aren't going to be able to handle what I've heard, roaming around the area, what people have told me that live in the area. So these bigger bucks are just circling outside of like the net, man. It's like the net. But again, I could fall into a lull here where none of these does really come into heat until, right on the Halloween edge of November 1st. But it's gonna rain, and I really don't like to hunt in the rain. Don't get me wrong. If I had the ability to use a firearm where I hunt, yes, it would be lights out. But I don't have that ability. It's unfortunate. To tell you the truth, all I have is a shotgun. So I just don't have that capability. But I do have a crossbow, and I do have a shot and a chance, especially with this new cold front that's going to be dangling into November, the first part of November. So this is my best opportunity to shoot a deer in this spot. I've had a lot of good encounters. Again, I've passed on a lot of other bucks, but there's a lot of other hunters that I've heard sighting in their firearms. So again, when I get down into this last part of October into November, and we get closer and closer to gun, I might not have an opportunity to shoot like a really good one, but I'll take what I can get. I'm just being very, very selective on what I see. I've seen bigger deer on my camera, but I just haven't had that interaction with them yet. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. Thank you guys for all the support, all the comments, all the likes, and all that. But it's time to hunt, and it's time to get focused. Again, I'm going to do what I got to do to score me a really quality deer. And sometimes it comes from the sacrificing of the videos. Like always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.